height, probably over 100 feet on Warrigan.
In my assessment, there must be hundreds dead.
I said, Mary, I don't think we're going to get through this. I want you to tell the children every day how much we love them.
Come on, Sam, I've got numerous houses alive here. Get me some more, come please.
I'm set. Corey Tower, White.
Go ahead, Corey.
That's 2 columns of smoke. One's in New South Wales. The other one's at 180 degrees, 30 to 40 kilometres. Over.
We first became involved in the 2003 fires on January the 8th when a dry lightning storm passed over Canberra. Some fires had started out to the west, particularly around McIntyre's hut and out at Bandora. So I left work, and as I got to my car I could already see the large smoke columns that had happened or started over, particularly the McIntyre's hut fire.
About 2 thirds of the way down Warrigan. I have flame height, probably over 100 feet on Warrigan, but drive, impacting houses over. If I can get anything.
Constance, this is a rare situation. We need some funders here urgently.
Delta 7 power down on Gigabit Drive, depot's gone.
3 is on site, wind Canberra 20 on Warrigan.
A very clear recollection of the day. I drove through the area later that afternoon and reported back to the then Commissioner of the Rural Fire Service that in my assessment there must be hundreds dead, with the amount of property alight, service stations alight, fire pumpers alight, everything was alight, and I said there must be hundreds dead here.
I picked up Richard Moran, the cameraman from Channel 9, and told him to jump in. And my task at that stage was to see how the fire was going to impact upon the urban area when it left the pine forest on the Duffy interface. And I thought, well, you know, one, he shouldn't have been standing on the intersection where he was. His car was some way down the street. And secondly, it was probably going to give him a good opportunity to get a bit of footage. My idea was to go down, check the fire, come back, take him back to his car and drop him off. But things snowballed completely out of control after we drove down Yukonbean Drive.
Get a sense of it. We didn't realise the impact it was going to have. I'll be lying to you if I said that. We watched it, and then when we moved through that pine forest, because we came from the pine forest side of Duffy, the rural side of Duffy, and into that intersection at Duffy where it basically came through the pine forest and hit into the suburbs. And when we landed there, or when we drove into there and saw the police blocking off roads and the fire department setting up a sort of a recon site and listening to their conversations and filming them, we realised what was about to come. I guess the decision was then, either try and get in with the fire department or I go into somebody's house.
Where do you go when you go to your shed? Man cave secrets are now being shared.
I build like a leg, create
men and their sheds, men and their sheds, men and their...
I was very interested in jukeboxes from about the age of 14. When I was at Mossman High School, the milk bar just around the corner had a machine, a Seaberg KD200, which was built in 1957 and quite an interesting looking machine because it had a visual display of the record being played. Well, this is great. This is exactly as I remember it so many years ago, when my friends Joe and Barbara used to come up with me to Gosford by train just for an enjoyable day out.
dirt road,
gonna lighten my load. I love my country, I love my country. Baby's there beside me in a tight blue jeans. Looks for all the world like a rodeo queen. Revving up the motor in my old machine. I love my country.
Now, straight after Star Maker, we've actually caught the winner himself, Luke Dickens. How you doing, buddy?
Mate, I'm doing well. I'm on top of the moon. What's going on?
Well, lots and lots of stuff. It's Tamworth, but even more stuff's happening for you. Now, winning Star Maker, what an amazing, amazing night that must have been for you.
Oh, mate, I was absolutely shocked and I was blown away, so excited. And, you know, I got to second place on Australian Idol a couple of years ago and I didn't feel what I felt last night, I tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Be it known that on this 30th day of September, we gather at Worthington BMW to celebrate the Rotary Club of Umina Portrait Prize and Art Exhibition 2011.
Today we are here at the Portrait Prize 2011 at Worthington BMW at a fabulous art exhibition, and today we are going to talk to Peter Doherty, the founder of the Portrait Prize.
Peter, can you just tell us where the idea you had first came from for the Portrait Prize?
The idea came about 5 years ago when I was president of the Umina Beach Rotary Club. It was suggested to me that our club should maybe run an art exhibition, which I thought was a great idea. I'd always been interested in portrait painting and how they develop it, so I thought we'd start with a portrait prize and get sponsors and have open, and student awards and sculpture.